Hello. I just wanted to do a quick repotting of my Pink Princess Philodendron today, as well as my golden pothos, which is Devil's IV for some people. I'm just going to put on my gloves, and I have taken my, just to clean up a little bit here, because I've got lots of little bits and pieces. Mix my soil. So this is my little bucket that I do my potting mix. Bag. I have taken my Pink Princess off the actual pot that I had. I just feel like the pot was just getting too big. It has given me slightly new roots since I potted it, which I probably shouldn't have disturbed it, but I just didn't like the water. I mean the soil wasn't very good at draining, so I'm gonna mix a proper soil. Also, I'm a little bit concerned with my leaf is that when it's coming out, it's got a hole in there, and I think it got stuck on the pole that I temporarily put in. I was going to cut it out so to grow more plants, but I think I might just leave it for now because I'm a little bit scared now because I've killed my Monstera Borsiginia albo today, which I'm really disappointed. I planted it 4 days ago, and the reason being I need to be careful, obviously, is because okay, so because this is a climber plant, I'm going to put a lot of bark on my mix. I didn't have that on my previous potting mix, so I've got my soil, as you can see right there. That's premium potting mix, and then so I'm going to make a lot, might as well. So there's my soil. And I also got perlite, which is great so this is the garden bark, nice and chunky, a little bit of soil, good for aeration, and this one is my perlite, so it's supposed to be aeration and drainage in soil. So I've got this, going to mix it. I'm not going to find a mask because this is very dusty, so just bear with me, I shall be back. Okay, I've got my mask. Here we go. I'm just going to put it on because the perlite is very dusty. I just don't like the dust gets into my nose, so let's just do that. Put on my gloves. I'm all black today, black pants, black top, black shoes, and black gloves. Everything black. Yeah, probably suits the day. It's raining and I killed my plant. Okay, here we go. Just a handful, maybe a bit more than a handful, of course. Because I'm going to be making a lot because I'm repotting the other plants. Now, I also want to put a little bit of pet moss. Give it a good soil, if I can open it, moisture, and the same is aeration as well. This is good for aerate the soil and retain the moisture in the water, in the soil. So just a little bit. Okay, so that should be a good ingredient for my Philodendron Pink Princess, and also for my arrowed. So let's just mix it all together. Obviously, if you don't have perlite, the bark is good. Soil, maybe a little bit of sand, aerate it. So in this way, when you water it, it'll just drain the water and not staying too long in the actual pot. But with this pet moss, it also keeps the pot a little bit moist without being too wet. So I didn't do this before on my previous mix. That's why I just find it, my plant wasn't growing too well for me. So I am redoing my pots. I am learning as I go along, but unfortunately an expensive lesson, because the plant that I didn't want to kill is the most expensive I have. Never mind, I still have the other leaf and it's still growing in my fish tank, so I'm not going to pop that one easily until I'm really sure it can survive by itself. So there's the soil mix. Nice aerated drainage, so that's good. Now I was thinking of putting it into a smaller pot. I do have another small one. It's not so big as the other one. This one here. So that was this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna, this, it's not much difference, but I'm gonna use this one for the golden pothos. So let's just fill up the base a little bit. Clean it up first, get rid of some rubbish. And I do hope my plants will grow better on this one. Okay, so there's my actual roots. It's lovely, and it's not dead, so that's good. So I'm just going to spread it along so it has more chance of surviving. So I'm going to plant this one closer to the edge, allow myself for a stake to put in there for my climbing. So just fill up the pot. I just feel like I didn't mix the soil properly before and the plants wasn't happy, hence why it's not giving me a lot of growth. Although it is winter, or was winter, so I have to say, it's a slow growing in winter time, and now it's spring, it's coming back, so it's growing now. Now I had other Pink Princess that was sent from my mother from Queensland, and fortunately it didn't survive because obviously it's been propagated in winter, and that is not good. So for now, while that's growing right there, I'll just air it out a little bit. So I've learned so far that you need to obviously mix your soil and don't overwater it. I am still a beginner. I've only just started collecting my plants for the last 6 months. So I'm nowhere far an expert. So I'm going to use this climber for now because the plant is not big enough to be worried about overcrowding it. So let's just do that. And then I have this little clip. If you don't have a clip, you just tie it. So I'm just gonna clip that in place here. or somewhere there to hold the stem from falling away. So there you go. I think that's a better pot. The other one was just slightly too big. There's my plants, newly planted. And because the potting mix is very mixed with big chunky garden barks and or perlite and mixed premium soil, as well as a little bit of cocoa or peat moss, the pot is quite light, so it's not big at all. I'm just going to grab a little bit of a rag so I can wipe the leaves. This is a little bit yucky, so just one sec. Okay, so I've just got a little bit of rag. I'm just going to wipe it off a little bit. It helps with chlorophyll as well, so just got to put it in a nice bright sunny area, but not direct sunlight because I don't want to burn the leaves. And I look forward to seeing these lovely young leaves coming out to open, because it's whatchamacallit, looks like it's nice pink, lots of variegation. And there we go. It looks much better when it's clean. Just hoping that it doesn't freeze, because it's still a little bit fresh. So I'm going to put it on the fan later on to help it dry it. Okay, now I could even stick sphagnum moss on this one and still be able to climb into it, because it takes a little while for it to grow. It's not something that they just grow fast like the actual climber. So this climber might be okay. Okay, so that's it. That's my Pink Princess, Philodendron Pink Princess, repotting. So as you've seen, I mixed the mixed premium potting mix that I had this one originally with, and this green container pot, which I'm going to use for my golden pothos, and put this aside somewhere when nice and bright. And I just had the perfect spot. I will have to move something away, so that's okay, that's all good. So that's the one. So I'm not going to water it now because it's night time now and the soil is actually quite moist. Actually I might just do a little bit of water, not too much, just a little bit, just in case. I was worried about over watering it, so I'm just going to put a little bit of water, and that's about it. I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to kill it. Okay, so I'm going to use this to catch the water. It's over. And just get a little bit of water in here. Because I just planted, I will water it. And then I won't water it for a week. So hopefully, the roots were healthy on the bottom, they just need to. Okay, here we go. I've watered it. Now I'm just going to put it somewhere else and then start with my golden pothos. Alright, so I shall see you on my next repotting. Thanks for watching.